Good morning, lovely people of YouTube. Welcome to Sober Sunrise. Today is August 3rd, Sunday. It is 2025. It is 8:51 a.m. And it's another beautiful day. It's going to be hot today. My allergies are going crazy. Didn't sleep very well, but those are small problems, right? Let's read today's reflection. January 1st? That's not right. What the heck happened? What in the world? How did this... It says January 1st. Is that wrong? What's going on here? Hang on. Yeah. I don't know what happened there. Let's do this. New. Let's do this. This is how the magic gets made, people. All right, let's zoom in. And if I can grab this, center it a little. All right, now we have the correct reading. To be of service. All right. Our real purpose is to fit ourselves to be of maximum service to God and the people about us. From Alcoholics Anonymous, the Big Book, page 77. It is clear that God's plan for me is expressed through love. God loved me enough to take me from alleys and jails so that I could be made a useful participant in his world. My response is to love all of his children through service and by example. I ask God to help me imitate his love for me through my love for others. All right, anyone who knows me knows right away that there's a lot of God in this one for me, and I don't believe in one God. I don't worship any God. And so, does that mean that AA doesn't work for me? Absolutely not. It does not mean that. So if you're one of those people who's out there who says AA has too much God in it and it's too religious and it's a cult, get over it. You want to be recovered? Do you want to be in recovery? Do you want to be joyous and free and have serenity and peace and all this stuff? Get over the little stuff like, oh, it's got too much God in it for me. Stop whining. Okay? Show up. Do the work. Here's how I do it. I replace the word God with something that works for me. Like this. Our real purpose is to fit ourselves to be of maximum service to our higher power and the people about us. Boy, that was hard. That took a lot of work. It is clear that my higher power's plan for me is expressed through love. See how easy that is? Okay. Have I been in meetings where it's all about God, 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 God? Yeah. Is it every meeting? Absolutely not. Okay. Occasionally you stumble into that meeting and you try to find what works for you and you dismiss the rest of it, okay? Or you don't dismiss it, but you just don't focus on it. It's real simple. All right. Our real purpose is to fit ourselves to be of maximum service to fill in the blank. God as we understand it, our higher power, mankind, whatever. For me, it's to be of maximum service to my higher power and the people about us. So, that is my purpose. If you've watched my other videos, you will have heard me say that I have found my purpose in life. It's not just this, making these 15-minute YouTube videos. It's bigger than this. But it is being of maximum service to the people around me. I'm still working on figuring out exactly how I'm going to make that a reality, but I'm doing it and that feels good. So that's my real purpose. You have to figure out what your real purpose is. And it could take a while, but keep working at it. And keep living your life with an open mind and an open heart. Accept new ideas. Challenge yourself to disbelieve the things that you have come to believe are impossible or false. There's a saying that half of wisdom is learning what to unlearn. And I totally agree with that. So it can be very challenging. And I am certainly no monk, and I'm not perfect at it, but it's worth the effort, because when you do get to a place where you're like, okay, I can see that I was wrong about that, and I now have a better understanding, or however it works. It feels good. It feels like growth and progress. And try it. Challenge yourself. And this is a great example. Being so fixated on the God aspect of the text or whatever of AA, challenge yourself anyway. Try it. Just replace the word God with something else. It's not that hard. It is clear that my higher power's plan for me is expressed through love. I do agree with that statement. It's a lot more fulfilling to go through your day looking for ways to love your neighbor rather than looking for ways to shun your neighbor, or find the similarities rather than finding the difference. Most of the time when we're out there looking for differences, it's because we're afraid of something. And sadly, our society has taught us to look for differences. Because as long as we're looking left at each other and right at each other and finding the differences that we have with our neighbors, we're not paying attention to what's really happening. Because if we ever got together and decided to hell with all the differences, we have so much more in common, then the real power in the world would shudder, and they would be the ones living in fear for a change. I have veered off the subject a little bit, haven't I? My higher power loved me enough to take me from alleys and jails so that I could be made a useful participant in its world. Yeah, for me, it wasn't alleys and jails. It was a lonely place where I drank alone and was afraid all the time, and had inferiority problems and comparison syndrome, and just had low self-esteem, and was a really sad person for almost my entire life until, I'm sober 3 years, 4 months and some change now. So I would say about 2 years ago or so, I started to really shake that feeling of not being worth things. Happiness, joy, success, all those kind of things. I finally started to shake that off, and I'm slowly getting to a place where now I'm making better choices, still having some setbacks here and there in terms of different aspects of life, but getting there. So it wasn't alleys and jails for me. It was other types of prisons, but just not physical prison. My response is to love it says his children, but my response is to love all people through service and by example. And I do struggle with that still, but I only struggle with loving the ones who I have contempt for, because they're filled with such hatred and stuff that, like, it fills me with hatred, and it sucks. It's a terrible place to be in, because I want to just care for everyone. And I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but the reading had something about finding compassion for everyone, and even the ones that I am really angry at, because they're the ones I need to find compassion for the most. So I'm working on that. Work in progress. Progress, not perfection, right? I ask my higher power to help me imitate its love for me through my love for others. Yeah. If I had as much love for every single person out there as my higher power has for me, then, I would be a monk. Because truly, I do believe that we're all just, energy and light and we're just wearing these skin suits for a little period of time, and then we shed this skin and we go on to exist in other ways. And most of the things that we spend our time focusing on are irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. But we need to fill our time with something, so we choose to fill our time with whatever we choose to fill our time with. Hopefully it's productive, and that's what I'm trying to fill my time with these days, is things that are productive. Although this morning I did go down the social media rabbit hole first thing in the morning, and that's probably why I'm feeling kind of like jaded this morning, because, I, like everyone, like most people, I try not to, but I do live in a little bit of an echo chamber when it comes to certain stimuli. And social media becomes an echo chamber. It just does. And so I woke up and started my day, instead of with love and light and positivity, with reading about more ice raids and reading and all this stuff. And it just filled me with such angst and stress, and it's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. And I just have to shake it off and be more productive. So once I realized I was doing that, I was like, all right, I got to go make my video. I got to put the phone away and do this thing and start my day and be productive. And so that's what I'm trying to do. So I guess the message of the day is to try to be of maximum service, do something productive, try to shake yourself of the things that you have believed for so long, and challenge them and see if they still hold up under scrutiny, under a bit of a microscope. And don't just cling to them because it's what you've always done. Truly challenge yourself and look within and see if you really believe these things, or if it's just because you were told that and you've always been told that. And just try challenging yourself with something today. Do something different, something that you don't normally do. See what happens. And if you're one of the people that is up against the wall when it comes to going to AA or NA or whatever group because of the God thing, challenge yourself to get past that. Works for me, and I am absolutely not religious in any way. I'm very, very spiritual, but I am very non-religious. So it works for me. It can work for you. Change a few words around. Look for the real message, not just the specifics of, the words in there, but read between the words, read between the lines, understand what the message is. And you might find something. You might learn something about yourself, and it'll be productive. So have a productive day. Do the best you can today. Challenge yourself, and be nice to someone just because you can. And that's all I got. Oh, go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe. Hit that like button, please. Leave a comment. Do something. Interact with the videos in some way, and help the algorithm understand that it's useful. The video is useful, not the algorithm. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. You can do this. You can recover. We do get better. It does get better. Life gets better. So that's all I got. Have a great day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, and whenever you're listening to this, you are worth it. You can do this. I support you. I love you. Let me know if you need help. Leave a comment. Do something. And there are lots of people out there willing to help and ask nothing in return. Okay? So you can do this. It does take some help. So don't be afraid to ask for help. And yeah, thank you again. Love you all. Have a great day. Bye.